Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Fuck's sake. Shut up, you fuck. Right, heading into Edinburgh. What's happening is, holy moly, mother pooper doopers. Quite chuffed because somebody's been after my artwork, which is nice. The mini painting, or the mini Cooper S, which I was told by the art lecturer when I did it in 2000 and I think it was 15. I was told that I was an artist and that I should pursue that as a career. That's when I did that mini oil painting. And that was by Niall Campbell, from the Borders. And the pursuit of the career has been a little bit sketchy, could say, but maybe that's just par for the course. You know, artists, maybe that's what they do. You know, maybe that's what happens. Maybe it's all a bit disastrous and it doesn't really happen properly, whatever, at all. It's just the way it goes. So, yeah, I better get on with it. Oh, somebody broken down. A Citroen C4. That's the sort of lift back one. It's got some kind of sign on it. Looks like a police sign on it. So I'm quite pleased about that. So I was in the studio today, the studio that I haven't started using yet. What happened was I bought a summer house from Champfleury Estate it's over a year ago. It's like a year and a couple of months. Actually no, it's like a year and a half. And that's the art studio. So we put electric in it. It was one of the display models. Right, so I think I kind of regret that now. Actually, I think I should have just got a new one, because there was more wrong with it than what I actually realised. 20% off. You know, I mean, so that's what happens. But so the doors, there's a guy called Ewan came and laid the foundations, and he was absolutely brilliant. This guy, Ewan. Linlithgow or something. I think his name was Ewan. He's a good guy, like younger than myself, but probably 12 years younger than me or something. And he did an amazing job of laying the foundations for it. But the guys that put it's very sad, very tragic. Sorry, yeah. The guys that put the thing up, they just like shoved it up, literally shoved it up, and fucked off. Actually, you know, like just pinned it all together and away like fuck. And so, I used to be I was in the roofing industry. I don't really have any tools and I don't really have time to do anything like that, but so it's like a lot of it's going to have to be fixed. The fascias were sort of hanging off, and I always intended putting another roof on it, which I am actually a roofer, but I haven't forgotten how to do it. I'm not that fit for that sort of shit now. Anyway, so the long and short of it is, going through Grandad's field in a minute. When I did the video, well, no, you're going to start speaking a different subject for you. Finished with the last one, right? So the studio, so the guy sent one he's wanting me to do art for him, right? So I'm really chuffed. So next week I've got to get this fucking I already emptied a bit of it out today. It's a long story short, the door doesn't shut properly. My friend has looked at it and keeps going that we need to buy new doors. You know. So I'm going to have to do something about that next week, getting it. Because all the art stuff that I've got is all floating around in that bedroom. It's just... it's a fuck up. I just haven't... Each week goes by and my weeks... Each week and I just don't... stop moaning about it. Right, when I did the video at West Saukenford, there's I better be careful what I say, because there's this mad lady come out trying to tell me I couldn't film on the road and at the barriers, and then equally I went somewhere else the other day and this mad lady came out, and I'm not going to say where, because the reason I can't say where is because she lives near where my friend lives, and you know I'm more likely to bump into her again, so I didn't give her a hard time. But basically she lives at this bit that's got a jetty that she got the council to dig up, because she believes she doesn't say she owns it, but she behaves like she does. She stands there with her arms folded, like blocking the slipway. It's a slipway, and so that I was trying to do a video. But you're probably going to guess where this is. Those of you who are watching all my videos, but it's from one place to another place, and they're both in the same name, but they're about half an hour's drive away from each other. But this stupid phone that we're using right now, well, it's not a phone, it's a camera app, fucked up and froze. And I'm not, you know, obviously I'm not. So what I discovered was the other camera app I've got, which is too jiggly in the car and the van, I can use it on the gimbal which I bought, but I can't use the other app when we're doing this, because it's just an awful picture. It jumps a bit all over the place. So I need to get a gimbal that I can put up in the dashboard. I need to be able to put my gimbal, yeah, I know what, well, if I could screw it onto the dashboard, I think that would be the solution actually. I don't really like the idea of putting a hole in the dashboard, but you know, like the gimbal, this has got it's obviously a stabiliser, that would be absolutely brilliant. M9 eastbound, alright, we're going east after Kinnaird. You fucking assholes. Are we going past Kinnaird? That's near Larbert. I don't know what that means. Closed eastbound. So we're eastbound. Why are they braking? What are you braking for? You're on a fucking motorway. Why would you brake? What fucking dumpling drivers braking in a motorway? If you want to go slow, you just do that. Take your foot off the throttle. There's a cone. No, it's not. It's a marker cone. Right, so the difficulty that I had with that lady up at Saukenford, and I had a very similar experience, but it was different. But this lady has met me already, the other one, so she was sort of like asking, like, and I was giving her, like, I was telling her about my granddad and everything, and how he owned Air Station, and then she said, oh, what was his name? This is Patterson, you know. It's like, Patterson, right? Everybody's called fucking fucking partisan down there. So she's probably thinking, who is this? Who is this weird person that claims to be half a partisan? And it's like, well, I am half a partisan. I can assure you of that. In fact, I'm more than half a partisan. But it's only a fucking name, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Here we go. This is what we've been mumping about. How else do I get to bloody... are they going to send us off to... Oh, fuck. Fuck a duck. Yeah. Bastards. Friggin' bastards. Asshole. No, it looks like we're getting through. Does it? Are they coming off? That truck's going on. You fucking rats. I'm gonna go through fucking Grangemouth. Bastards. Jesus Christ. Not happy. Not happy, but mind you, I mean, I could have... If I'd known, I could have just went down that way anyway, but... can you get on the other side? Can you... Is it just there they're tarring? Can I go down to a Butchie's roundabout and then land up going back onto that motorway? Or do I have to go through Skin Flats? Will there be diversion signs? Probably. We'll end up going to freaking Kincardine Bridge. No, I don't think so. Unbelievable. Freaking arsehole. That's one of the disadvantages of, travelling at night. Or either... I mean, this isn't exactly really late. But... How did people that don't know the area, where are they going? So do I go straight? I don't know whether to turn right. I don't know if the motorway's shut right the way along, towards the Kelpies, or if it's just that bit there. The diversion signs. So basically I would go straight on through Skin Flats, through Grangemouth, and then take it so I'm not sure if that's what the script is. I've got a feeling it might not be. What does the diversion sign say? Divert traffic straight on. So, I'll just go straight on. I don't want to chance it. I don't want to land up. So if you get back in the motorway and go to I don't like going through Skin Flats. Just fucking arsehole of them. Do you know what I hate the government actually? I mean that's... See the stupidest thing the government's done? See the clean air zones, right? You've got one in Glasgow. There's going to be one in Edinburgh. There's one in Dundee. And there's one in Aberdeen. And the one in Aberdeen is the stupidest clean air zone ever in the world. What the fuck's it? Why are they going away that way? That takes you to Carnshaw. Fuck. The worst it is, I've got to go right through Grangemouth. This bloody assed up fuck up. Yeah, I'm looking over there. It looks like... Well, somebody on a bike. It looks like they're tarring that road. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't have got on. There's traffic going the other way. Obviously it's eastbound. Right, so what was I going to say? Yeah, the Aberdeen clean air zone. So they've got the harbour, the clean air zones in it, down near the harbour, Market Street and everything. And when I lived up there, I used to drive through Market Street. You would drive through that way to get to the other side of Aberdeen. If you're working in Bridge of Dawn, basically Bridge of Dawn. Really, we used to go up that way. So now, obviously, if your vehicle's not compliant, like this van can't go that way, my two Stirlings can't go that way, my Granada could, and but they've got like boats, like supply vessels with, I don't know much about diesel engines. Just say, what's the 8,000 kilowatts or something? I don't know. Big fucking massive diesel engine sitting there, running away, right? I know, if I go in there with my Stirling C3, I'm going to destroy the planet, you know. That is just so ludicrous that these arsehole politicians hate us. They absolutely hate us. You know, because there's no sense in that at all. Right? So if you really genuinely believe that we have to save the planet by stopping a Stirling C3 driving through Aberdeen with a diesel engine, you know, because I know some of them will be okay, but the one I've got isn't. If you genuinely believe that, you should stop them. You wouldn't allow the boats, would you? Oh, fuck, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It really is. It's the worst example of it. I mean, it's all stupid. I mean, the Glasgow one's stupid. I mean, I've got absolutely no time for the politicians. I fucking hate them, actually. You know, the only one I like is George Galloway, probably. Apart from that, I hate them. You know, I mean, I think I can't say what I think should happen to them, because I could get arrested for saying what I think should happen to them. You know, look what's happening in the SNP. I mean, Sturgeon. They interviewed Nicola Sturgeon today, and look, I'm a better looking woman than she is. There's two things that we've got in common, Nicola Sturgeon and me. One is, what is it? How's there two things? One is your middle name's the same, and the other one is, you got huge breasts. Is that it? No, you're ugly as fuck. You talk shite. You lie all the time. Which one is it? You know? I don't know which. I'm not sure. Well, I'll let you decide. Come on, fucking hell. Is there a car in front of that Citroen? Yeah, so it's like me and Nicola Sturgeon. So she had this like tracksuit top on. I don't think she had a bra on or something. I mean, she's such a weird person. You know, like, you get the feeling that everything she does it's all sort of done for some kind of, like, it's done for some effect or something, or she's thinking about it, or trying to be clever or something. And you just think, well, why don't you just... Well, she can't be normal because she isn't a normal person, right? So it's like, you can't expect her to be normal, you know? So I was looking at the road things, but they're all sort of worn. So it makes it quite difficult to read them. But, I mean, a lot of these people might not be exactly very sure where they're going. The diversion signs are pretty shit. I know the area, so you know, it's not a big problem for me. I mean, you could go away around that way and go, turn left and then go along past Falkirk Stadium, the fire station, up to the Bogue, and then down, I don't know what the roundabout's called. I don't actually know. Somebody told me one of my back lights wasn't working and I forgot about it to actually check it through the week. I'll have to have a look when I get there, or maybe when the brake lights is not working. I think that's what he said. So Nicola Sturgeon, so she's got this like pink tracksuit top on. Like, see, if you think about genetics, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really choose the way you look, you know. But she looks like she does look like a man, although she's got like big breasts and everything. And I was looking at her thinking, what would she have been, you know, in the past? You know, like, if this was a few hundred years ago, she would have been one of these women that punched fuck out everybody. Or, I don't know, she'd have been a real dominant matriarch, you know, in the tent, or wherever it was us ancient people would have been living in. And she'd have been ugly as fuck. And all the, like, cavemen would have, like, I don't know, I suppose they would have fucked her, yeah, because, I mean, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know how it works. Well, I do know, because I know men shag tables, right? I met somebody that shagged a sheep once, you know. It's bad for you. Fuck. I can't believe I've just made 2 jokes in one fucking sentence. And none of them are funny. So, yeah. So, I mean, like so that, they've probably got no concept of actually being honest. Because the world they're in, they cannot be honest. Like Nicola Sturgeon. Back to her again. There was an accident here, there was a man killed. And I went and videoed the fence. And it was quite tragic. And I got a snotogram for a lady saying it was distasteful. The fence is still lying there. But the fence, I think, well, the tree had blown over, landed on top of the fence, and this woman had drove into it. I'm sort of surmising what I believe happened, so it might not have been exactly like that, but I believe it. Well, I know that night it was pissing with rain, windy as fuck, really bad. There's no way I would have went out in it, but they were out in it about 11 o'clock at night, and fuck. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Never mind, we'll have to pop over. Right, so she drove into it and the man died. He was like in his late 70s or something, so it was tragic. I'm really sorry about that. Rest in peace, all the rest of it. However, I do like to record things, right? So I went and recorded where it happened, because the fence was still all twisted. I like to try and look the video up. I can't even remember what. I mean, I've got like 11,000 videos on. I'll have to go and try and find that one actually. I mean, a lot of my videos sort of go away and get forgotten about, you know. And there's some of them kind of have this kind of thing that happens, and there's people commenting about them for months and months and months. And so, I mean, to me, I was probably a bit discreet the way I headed it, the title. Like, because I didn't really want to upset the relatives and stuff, so, like, you know, obviously I'm going to be a bit careful about how I say it, but, personally, I don't think it's wrong to do that, but somebody might think it's wrong, that's up to them, you know. It's not illegal what I've done, so I videoed that scene, and you can still. I actually, you know what I did as well? I actually picked up some timber from the tree, because they cut the tree probably to get it out of the car, and there was bits of it lying there, and I've got them lying in the back. But I think I might have burnt them already. But I mean, you know, people have specific feelings about specific things. It doesn't mean that I don't have any respect for the dead. I do, but I've got a different way of dealing with it than other people do. So that's just the way I am, and nobody can tell me that I can't go and fucking film up to the side of the road. Well, they can do it, but so right. So that was a bit of a detour. That's probably added 10 minutes to the journey, probably 10 or 15 minutes. Bit of an inconvenience, I would say. mean, if you're going to Edinburgh, it's not worth going away down the M8, is it? I mean, you could have actually, you know, at Botry's roundabout, you could have doubled back and then went down the M876 and M80 and hooked up with the M8 and went into... I was actually feeling like, I was feeling that really weird way, like tonight I was like feeling really angry and everything, and I was sort of, like, I don't know, it's just because I can't seem to get creative, and it's because there's a guy from Switzerland wanting my artwork, and it's like I just feel so weird about that, and he's been at me for a while, and it's a really good thing, it's a really good feeling, it's very, but it's almost like, wow, you know, I've had this happening before, and I've never really capitalised on it. Or I think, like, see the lecturer we had at Borders College, Siobhan's her name. She went to France, but she's an artist. I mean, she's retired from being a lecturer, but she would really organise galleries and stuff, and she seemed to really know how to do that. I'm hopeless at that. I seem to fuck people right off. I couldn't really see me going and like organising some exhibition somewhere. I'd end up falling out with people that own the building or something. I'm really bad. My social skills are appalling. And I was just thinking, who the fuck's this? And I'd probably start arguing with them about something. You know, like, oh, I like Donald Trump or something. Like, and then, oh fuck, we hate him. You know, how could you like him? It's like, oh dear, I can't seem to help myself. It's pretty like irritating habit I've got. It's like Siobhan, she's went and organised these exhibitions already. She's moved to France from the Scottish borders. She does like a spot of wine. It's probably a good idea moving there. So the thing about so it's really, somebody in Switzerland likes my artwork, fucking great. Although saying that, I've got cousins that live in Switzerland actually, I think, or at least. And she's from Switzerland. Met her actually. I'm not sure if she stays in Switzerland. She did. Generally, Switzerland is like, it's not going to have any numpties in Switzerland, is it? I mean, it's like, it's quite a... I think you'd have to be fairly well off to live there, I think, as far as I know. Anyway, there's like, obviously, there's a lot of things happening lately in Scotland and England and Wales and Northern Ireland and Ireland, and you know, I think there is hope. Unfortunately, the gender thing seems to be the one that they've picked to really severely object to, which is, you know, and obviously because of the stupid shit they were doing with children, it's gender clinics. You know, I you know, there's this notion that you're in the wrong sex or gender, right? So you go in the puberty blockers and stuff. So it's, you know, it's quite disturbing, really. Yeah, so I feel a bit like, what the fuck, you know? Obviously, I don't think it's appropriate for anybody to do it, you know. But to go and put your child into that scenario where, if they're female, transition to being male or well, of course they do the non-binary stuff as well, but it's actually horrible. It's what, as far as I know, when all you need to do is just look up what they have to do, right? It's very unhealthy, right? They have skin grafts to build a penis and everything. I mean, it's like, you know, you really should be happy with your body the way it is. And I've had the operation. I wouldn't recommend anybody do that. It's a really bad idea. You know, my thinking now, as I've got older and more mature, don't do it. Just make do with what you've got. You know, there is a sense to some of the stuff. A lot of the things about, like, it's a bit complicated, but say like, if you're a woman, you can just say you're a woman, even though you're a man. And it seems to be feminism that fucks everything up all the time. So they started freaking out because there were going to be men and women's safe spaces, and you think, what the fuck's a women's safe space? And then they go on about toilets, which isn't a women's safe space, and then obviously a refuge, women's groups, you know. So this notion that a man was going to wear a dress and turn up at this women's group, and personally, my own experience, that sort of thing, I wouldn't even fucking try and be in a women's group. I wouldn't want to be in a women's group. Why would you want to be with people that don't want you in the group? Just to exercise your rights, you know, what you think your rights are. Fuck them. So as far as toilets go, they can go fuck themselves. When I go for a pee, I go to the toilet. I don't talk to anyone, I just pee. That's what it's for. I'm not going to invade anybody's fucking safe space. I don't even talk to anybody in the toilet. There's a woman started talking to me in the toilet at Falkirk Stadium, and I didn't fucking speak to her. Because I don't want anybody thinking, oh, there's a man in the toilet. So we've covered that, right? That's that. I mean, so the gender clinics are under a lot of scrutiny. What I'd like to see is ending this net zero shit. That's the big one. Because they're picking on the gender thing. Yeah, of course it's not right that children should be operated on, blah blah blah. Yeah, obviously, everybody agrees with that, right? I don't know if that was it happening. It probably was. I don't know, right? I really don't know. Or prescribing puberty blockers probably was happening. So, what the fuck am I talking about? Oh, I'm starting to lose the plot. Don't know. So the battle and the climate claptrap is an appalling thing. You know, it's just so, I mean, how could, like, they haven't convinced me. I think the reality is the majority of people don't believe this shit. But they've convinced you to get yourself an electric car to create clean air. I mean, it's like, it's a joke. It's bullshit. And you're like, this guy with a Renault Zoe, someone up in the northwest of Scotland, a Renault Zoe. What a stupid place to have an electric car. In the northwest of Scotland. Are you mad? Is there something wrong with you? You know, you need a fucking diesel car up in the northwest of Scotland, you idiot. Fucking Renault Zoe. The nearest garage is like Inverness, it's fucking miles away, right? But they want £7,000 to fix the plug. The plug thing's all burnt out. The female end of the plug, I think is what I gathered. £7,000. They paid £30,000 for a car. Idiots. You know, you believed that shit, and now the government doesn't give a fuck about you. The government does not give a flying shit about you. It doesn't like you, it hates you. The government hates you. They're just laughing that you bought an electric Renault Zoe. They're pissing themselves laughing at you. Because they're fucking arseholes. That's why. At least, you know, at the end of the day, all these morons voted for the SNP. Oh, we can organise our own affairs and all this bollocks. Oh yeah, of course you can. Look what happened. They got tied in with the Green Party. Things got worse. You know? Want to stop drilling for oil? Put everybody out of work. Yeah, that's a great idea. Unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable how stupid some of them are. So I was looking at the demographics of the channel today. Something like 80 odd % are male. The highest weirdly enough, the highest demographic age is the same age group that I'm in, which is not a massive amount, but it's the highest amount. It's like 22%. So it's shared, like, so that's between 55 and 66 or something like that. So I was looking at it going, that's weird how these people the same age group as me are watching my videos. Now, well, maybe it's because they've got broadly the same feelings about things. Would broadly agree with me, probably. So, A70 closed at Dreghorn. We don't go up as far as that. Well, we don't really go on the A720 anyway. So, what did that say? Night closure, M90 not. What did that say? M90. Well, we're not going on the M90. So I think it's safe to just go down to Hermiston Gate. It's a bit of a faff going past Ingliston. You know, you get quite a lot of traffic in that there. Of course, you're only meant to do 40 there as well. Or is it 30? I think it's 30. Anyway, right, so the other thing is the wind farms. The wind factories. They're not farms. And it's true, the wind does not blow in Scotland all the time. Yes, it's windy. No, it's not windy all the time. So the wind factories, so they have battery storage, like containers. I think they're like the size of warehouses in the country. Whether you like it or not, I mean, there's one going. I've heard there's one planning for one in near Cowie, and these fucking things catch fire. They have caught fire, obviously. Australia. What's the script here? We've got coppers. Is that the other side or is that this side? Oh, that's Roadworks on the other side. I thought I seen a blue light. I'm not even sure if there's much point in doing these videos. You know, the driving in Edinburgh videos. I think they're sorted. There's probably only going to be about 30 people watch it. So I don't know if it's worth it or no, but yeah, well, I'll put it on anyway, see what happens. I was trying to get a bit despondent earlier, you know, and it's like my life and all the rest of it and all that. I can't be arsed with it anymore, you know. I've got to fight the bad thoughts. I've got to keep them out of my head. Try not to let them in. I start fantasising about alcohol and stuff. Or I'll see people, well, men, going to the pub and stuff, and I'll see there's a great sense of loss that I can't really do that. Of course I can, but you got to understand. I know it's hard to explain it, but it could be a bit dangerous for me to go and do that. I think really I'm making excuses, and the bonus is that I don't go to pubs, therefore I don't get hangovers. But I do miss it, and I crave the alcohol, probably, or the whole experience with it. I don't know if I'm actually craving the alcohol, or there might be some element of that. Probably not. I think it's more a sort of overall experience of going to a pub. It's a nice experience. It's quite expensive, I suppose, you know. But I mean, I could afford it if I wanted to do it. So this is Friday night. I'm driving into Edinburgh, you know. I can't go to a pub because I can't. Well, I wouldn't be able to function in the morning. So that's kind of like the problem. I really do miss alcohol. You know, I wish I could have more alcohol, a glass of wine or something. I haven't had a drink for about a month. I was having the odd drink at home. I think I'm going to have a drink. I'll have a drink on Sunday night. That's what I'll do. Probably have something. But where I live, you know, I don't know where I'd go to drink. Probably, you know, some of the pubs look a bit rough. Probably down to, I mean, Bridge of Allen would be ideal. It's too far to walk. I mean, Linden Avenue, go down to Linden Inn. I need to start doing that. Go down to Linden Inn, go there. It's like, what's your name? It's like, oh fuck, you know, and I feel like that's one of the biggest drawbacks of changing your identity. So there's it's Fergie, or it's Fergus. No, it's fuck, it's Lucinda, you know. You know, it's fucking Lucinda's an unusual name, you know. Or is it really? So that's partly why the reason I say I'm an introvert is because I am an introvert, and the reason I wasn't an introvert when I'm drinking was obviously that's why one of the reasons people did get drunk. They weren't themselves, were they? Well, they were, but they were a different version of themselves. So maybe I need to try and sort myself out. I'm always like doing things. I need to say, right, fuck it, I'm going out for a drink, and go and have them. 4 drinks or something. And if I was going to do that, I mean, I don't know if I got up to Bannockburn maybe, but or up to the one near the Robert, the Bruce. There's a pub up there. Is that still open? I think it is. A lot of pubs have shut though, but there's quite a nice one at Torbreck's actually. Torbreck's Inn. I'm sort of thinking about one that's like within walking distance, you know. So the closest one, what's the closest pub to me? Probably the one at the roundabout. At St Ninian's roundabout. That's the closest one. I should go up there. Go up there and have a couple of pints. Fuck it. Yeah, I should. I'll try and do that Tuesday. I had this thing that well, you don't want to be videoing, do you? Oh, look at this, what the fuck? Is this Ermiston Gate shut again? What does it say? Fucking bollocks. No, maybe not. Maybe it's just that line. Nah, it would have said if it was shut, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think it would. So, yeah. Right. See that was a bit tricky, that. So, I had to pull over inside lane. I wasn't really keeping an eye on it. Yeah. The last time I come, well, not the last time, I came down here not that long ago, and the road was closed, so you had to go. So I'm actually in the wrong lane. I've landed up in the wrong lane. I think I just got confused because of the. We'll go right over. Fuck it. I got confused because of the. How did I do that? I did make an arse of that, but you forgive me because it was slightly confusing. I mean, I don't know if that, I was looking in my mirror and that Renault Kangoo wasn't going to let me in, and I thought, well, yeah, you fucking are, because I'm coming in. But it's obvious there's a slight element of confusion going on, right, with the roadworks and everything. Any understanding person would know that, unless you're a total knob. They fairly got through there, didn't they? The ambulance, it's got it in Gaelic, eh? Or the Gaelic speakers. That is another lot of pish that the SNP did. There's nobody fucking speaks Gaelic. Nobody speaks Gaelic. If any of you are in America and you're watching this, nobody in fucking Scotland speaks Gaelic. Well, not, maybe when they're drunk up in Stornoway. And this part here wasn't always in Scotland. This is Edinburgh. It was in Northumberland. It was this area. They came all the way up to Stirling, like sort of Northumbria. It wasn't called Northumbria. It was called something else. So they would have been speaking English. Not Gaelic, fucking bollocks. So it's political pish. That's the sort of crap my brother likes. He's full of shit as well, isn't he? Well, I think it's a really good idea to speak Gaelic. Oh, really? Is it really helpful? Yeah, is it? Will you order a pint in Gaelic? I'll try it when I go to the Borston bar. Yep, we get a green light. Got a bus coming towards us as well. I was looking at the bus thinking, is that going to fucking hit me? Even though the lights are in my favour, it doesn't necessarily mean to say that it's not beyond the grounds of possibility. And here's the Volkswagen Scirocco passing. I always kind of thought I'd maybe buy one of them. Unfortunately, the way I feel about cars is I've got 4, and to get them all running right and everything at the same time is like an ongoing challenge. So really, the sort of thing would be you can't get another one until you've sorted out all the problems of the ones that you've got. So like the certain C4 Picasso, it's taken me like 3 years to get the ABS problem sorted out. It seems to be sorted out, we'll just have to wait and see. We drive it. I always did want to get the bodywork done. Is it worth it? Well, I think so. I think the way things are going with cars, if you've got a car that you like I like that C4 Grand Picasso, you know, with the so the Renault wanting £7,000 off that them people to fix electrical thing in the electric Renault Zoe. If you think about that, that is totally out of order. So if you've got like a car that you paid a couple of £1,000 for, why would you, you know, and you like it, don't get rid of it, keep it. So I do like the other problem with the C4 Grand Picasso is the tailgate. It's got rusty bits on it, and they've got this plastic trim thing that goes across, and it was probably alright when it was in the showroom, but it looks totally shit, and it looks like it's about to fall off. It really does. It's flimsy, and the button, it all works, but it just looks like, hey, is that really going to be alright? So I need to, I mean, I couldn't be arsed changing the tailgate. That's just something I just have to live with. Better just rubbing the rust down a wee bit, because it's like the plastic thing catches on the metal and it's rubbed the paint off, and that's why it's rusted. And you see them with the whole plastic thing missing, some of these C4 Grand Picassos. So obviously it's broke off. So yeah, I could have done with getting, if that, but actually it needs a service now. It's needing the oil and everything done in it. So we've got the blue car. What's wrong with the blue car? Nothing really. Nothing. I've never done a timing belt on that car. It's the only sort of concerning aspect of it. I've had it since 2016. I had to look at it. The mechanic looked at it and decided not to do it. It looked alright according to him. Like that was like 2 years ago. Sitting C3. The bonnet, all the paint's coming off the bonnet. The lacquer's come off. But does that really matter? Is it really worth getting another bonnet, a blue one? I can't be bothered doing that. What else is wrong with it? There's not really much wrong with that car. It's getting a bit rusty. I had the sills welded. I don't know how. So it's like an ideal little car, and it's starting to look a little bit. It still looks alright. I need to get the alloy wheels back on the front. I've got the snow tyres on the front of it. I never even used them. I think it only snowed once up a bit, and that was at night, and I was supposed to come in here, and I didn't do it. And actually, the place was open and everything, but the snow was pretty bad up at Stirling. Yeah. So, yep, dippity dip. Oh dear. Looks like we could have problems getting parked. Not really. Looks like we can get up there and get into the corner. Should be okay. What's happening here? What is happening? Oh yes! Oh, very lucky. George is not here. That was very lucky, because I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and sub. Oh, there's George there. Oh, I bet he's pissed off. I bet he's fucking pissed off. He would have been parked here. He's just went up there with a trailer on the back. That was like I got here like a minute before him. So like basically I can go to sleep now. Whereas he'll have to wait for the car because we've got to sit in a queue. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll have a quick look outside. Oh. Ah. Oh. What the hell's that? Fucking hell. What's that for? Wow. Right, so there we go. Thanks for watching. Bye.